the place where everybody knows your name. Laughter fills the air like a sweet refrain. Sit and share a story, but I drink or two. In this cozy bar, where dreams come true, where smiles and friends remain, and good times ease the pain. Here we go again.
Hello, hello, can you see me, can you hear me, can you let me know? That'd be just swell. I knew there was something. I knew there was something. There's always something. The hat, the famous hat, thank you. We are able to type again, isn't that fantastic? Don't you love us? Don't you just love us? Oh man, I am all over the place today. It's too warm. I'm too knackered. That isn't working. Yes, I know. Get rid. It's up the fucking wall. Hang on. Gotta send a message just to make sure it's working. Hi. That's come through. Happy days. We're sorted. Yeah, it was bloody awful the other day, wasn't it? But fair play. We made it work over on Twitch. There was 6,000 of us having it large. Proper party. A proper party. Switch party in the area. You started saying hello, then the stream started. No, it's a little bit late today, isn't it? I was doing something before we started, which took longer than I thought it would do. Tech related. Also, I am so tired today. I did a walk earlier on, which was lovely. It was so nice. There was no rain. The temperature was lovely. The dog walkers that I bumped into, everyone seemed to have a smile on their face. No little kids being bastards. Just, it was nice. Loads of flowers. And then, as I walked to that part of Kew Woods, where I get round the corner, it's normally just green and brown. That's all you see. You see the green leaves of the evergreen trees, and then you see the brown branches and the bark of the trees where the leaves come off. So it's just literally just brown, green, brown, green, brown, green. Then all of a sudden in the middle of it, one huge white tree. A tree covered in white little flowers. Gorgeous, man. And birds everywhere. There was a few hundred Eurasian jackdaw, I think they were, which were flying overhead, making loads of noise. I needed that today. Been feeling a little bit on edge. I don't know why. Just a little bit on edge. And all of a sudden, I'm that far away on the map from the road, the busy main road, that far away. But for some reason, the trees really do seem to absorb the sound of cars and what have you. And it was great. Just the sound of birds. Marveloso. Me gusta mucho. It was great. Really enjoyed it. Anyway, where are we? Mandy. Steve-O. And of course, Helen, the Norfolk correspondent, doing remarkable work in the field. As well as our Ruby. Sam, how are you? I'm jealous of all the squirrels. Oh, Mandy, I found some cool fixes for the no chat thing. They are no good for now, but it will happen again. You know what YouTube's like. It'll work for a few weeks and something will go completely titus uppus, as the Romans say. At which point, you've got the fixes. Yeah, but it's sound. I'm glad that's fixed. I'm also very, very glad that I tried that thing yesterday using my proper big camera and it didn't work out properly. But I think the little action cam worked alright, which means I can now, if I want, I can start using them to stream from the football. So if it's raining outside, I don't need to worry about getting my camera knackered, because I can use the action cam, which is waterproof, which will be boss, man. And also it connects to the little DJI mic mini, so the sound should be epic as well as looking alright. Doing okay. Started bringing plants out of the garage as it's unlikely to have any serious freeze again. That's when you know things are on the turn. We are just round the corner from spring properly kicking in. We've got, in our back garden, we've got 2 trees. A damson tree, and I don't know what the other one is, but it's suddenly started sprouting the pink leaves. And it's just lovely because you're so used to it for months and months and months during winter. Well, autumn, winter. Just seeing 2 bare trees and all of a sudden these pink buds come out. I'll try and get them on camera tomorrow, hopefully. So it should be sound. It shows you. As soon as you see daffodils, snowdrops, buds coming out on trees, we're around the corner, aren't we? Probably won't work next time. I know, yeah, but you know them so you can try them, rather than just sitting there scratching your head thinking what could possibly work. Started wearing your shorts at work last Wednesday, Steve. Oh, more of that later on, by the way. Not Steve Shorts, but maybe a little bit more from Steve Owen work later on. Watch this, mate. It is warm, isn't it? I mean, I know I'm sat in front of a radiator and everything, but just in general, it's been warm. To the point where of a morning, I'll open the window and just leave it. Whereas a few weeks ago, I'd open the window for 10 minutes and have to shut it, otherwise the entire place was covered in frost inside. Sam, you always love casting off the full-legged trouser for the season. Oh, I know what you mean. Pixelator was only bad when cars went by. If you've got cars on the pitch, you've got a problem. And we'll not be using that camera to stream from the football anyway. That wasn't what it was about. And the reason why, obviously, is it's a huge amount of information coming through the camera at once into a phone and then on a mobile connection. So it's just too much for it to deal with, I think. Whereas using the mini Wi-Fi thing that I've got, the MiFi, I can use that. And it'll work. But wouldn't be using it at the football anyway, because I'd need something small and controllable. So action camera it is. That's why I used to just use my phone. Tomash, good evening, good evening. Just back from a gig. Saw a group called Duvet. They were a covers band.
Very poor. Very poor indeed.
Very poor indeed, very poor. You've let yourself down, you've let your family down, you've let the whole school down. Although saying that, I remember watching Duvet support an 8 Mile Radius in Toronto in 72. Good band, man, good band. What was that I saw earlier on when I was getting ready for this? Just about to press start. Tomash. What were you saying about you were watching a stream earlier on, were you? What were you saying earlier? Been in a live stream, married couple DJ set. A UK train vlogger live stream. And you want normality in this. This is where you're looking for normality. Genuinely. This. See above for greeting. There you go. Greetings. We do have a saying over here. Never shed a clout until May's out. Not sure if it means the month of May or the blossom on the May shrub. I always thought it was definitely May, wasn't it? As in the month. But yeah, because obviously the spring has a sting in its tail, doesn't it? And of course March, as the saying goes, comes in like a lion and goes out like a lamb. Dydd Gwyl Dewi Habas, Mandy. Fucking marvellous. Enter the fucking dragon. Diolch yn fawr. Interesting, you could definitely wear shorts earlier here in Texas than when you live further north. Yes, the further north you go in the States, the shorter the short weather, what would you call it, window? The short weather window is. Not good. Although if you are from the UK, pretty much half of the States is shorts all year round weather. Know what I mean? Get the kicking bears up. The kicking bears. Where are the kicking bears? Let's get this out of the way. Ah, but them Twoffies. Oh my god. Yeah, Jordan Lee Pickford, the man who shot the other fella. I always thought Leon Harvey Osman was the one who shot JFK so that Leighton Baines Johnson could become president. There you go. It's a fact. Jordan Lee Pickford does sound like he should be driving a pickup truck though, doesn't he? At the NASCAR with his foam finger. Here we're number one, dude. Lulu Bellatini, I was going to say near Castor Clout till May's out. The Blossom, not the month. It is, isn't it? Northern, near Castor Clout till May's out. So it is the Blossom, not the month. Ah, well, there you go. How are you anyway, Louise? How are you? How are you in yourself? Pickford save was something else. As someone else said the other day, he makes the extraordinary look ordinary. Southall was like that. I remember Southall getting interviewed and he said, the thing is, you don't expect me to make those saves, I do. Pickford's a bit like that. The speed it went at him and the fact that he got his hand to it and knocked it up above, a lot of people it would have just gone through them. Unbelievable. If his arms were any longer, he'd have been in trouble there, wouldn't he? Chally, oh. We are piggly dinging. You bet your ass we piggly dinging. Good wins all round. Definitely good wins all round. 2 good wins for Norwich in the space of a week. Doing fantastic. And a good win for FC20 today as well. Beat Feyenoord 2-0 and I was able to watch it. It was on TV. Because they were playing Feyenoord, obviously. The only time you can see FC20 on UK TV is if they're playing Ajax, PSV or Feyenoord. Anyone else? No. How are we all? How are we? Very Scouser. How are we? Still hot. That's a good cup of tea, though. That is a good cup of tea. Come here to tell me this. Who pissed off Mother Nature with the feckin' wind and rain? I can only assume it was someone Irish who did it because in the good old U of K, in the northwest at least, there's virtually no wind and no rain whatsoever. But it probably will rain tonight. Mandy's totally miscalculated with the books. Not 3 times 5. 1 times 5 plus 1 times 4, and you're on book 3/4. So, I don't know, you've confused the life out of me there. It's not 15, it's 5 plus 4 is 9, and you are 3/4 of the way through. My head's going west. Yep, have you had a good weekend, Elio? Did you go to Dublin? Or was there no work to do this time round? Target acquired, click. You want to send it to us? We don't need it. We've had a lot of sun, which has been nice. Even though I've not been out in it. It was just nice to look out the window and see it. By the time I went to go and do my walk, it was overcast. But it was lovely. And I quite like walking in the overcast weather. The birds seem to be a little bit more, I don't know, active. In the sunshine, they seem to be a little bit worried. You know what I mean? They're always on edge in the sunshine for some strange reason. Overcast, they're dead happy. Maybe because they can't see planes going overhead. If you were a small bird and you looked up and there was something that big, your arse would go, wouldn't it? Fucking size of that pigeon, and why it's got DHL written on the side of it. You know what I mean? Not this weekend. Sound, just feet up. Booked 3 of the 4, not 3/4. I know, Mandy. I was, in fact, taking the piss. Drink! What have we got? Come on. What's the first drink of the night? A rock shandy. Go ahead. Rock shandy. That's not too bad. You could throw a Tia Maria in that, couldn't you? That'd work alright. Or a voddy. Throw a voddy in there. Voddy and rock. Voddy and rock does sound Welsh, doesn't it? You could not throw a Tia Maria in that. Oh, don't spoil it. Stick a vodka in it. Fair enough. Obviously, none of yous are a Del Boy-tastic, where you can throw anything in anything. Helen called rock shandy. Right. Pick 6 numbers between 1 and 49, Helen. And be careful. Louise is on here from the Pendle Witches. Someone starts making stuff like that happen. People go missing. Know what I mean? Yeah, you can put anything in anything. My Uncle Harry used to have brandy and cherryade and all kinds of weird shit. He'd have anything. Whiskey and American cream soda. You know, the green stuff. Bizarre. It'd be a waste of Tia. Does Tia only go with certain... Does Tia have to go with darkish drinks? Is that the only way you can have it? In a coffee or Coca-Cola or hot chocolate? Tia plus dark stuff. Is that how it works? I don't know. I don't drink, you see. I am beyond all that. Although right now I could absolutely smash a beer into bits. Know what I'm saying? Domingo is snoozing on a coat. Ah, yeah. Where are we? How's Mrs. Tom? Can you hear me, Mrs. Tom? And I was Domingo's Duarte, el gato más guapo del mundo, eh? Domingo is snoozing on a coat on the bed. That's when you know he's living his best life, isn't it? Mrs. Tom is nursing a broken toe. Did you not do something you were supposed to do and had to get told? Is that what that is? I thought I told you to empty the bins. Now look what you've made me do. How she managed that? Oh man. It's broken toes are not good, are they? Suppose it works. Suppose it does. Exactly how hard did she kick you? Did she kick you in the oblong? Sounds painful. Sounds painful. Mrs. Tom struck the radiator cover walking into the kitchen with the force of a Gerd Muller volley, like a Sandro Tonali shot, but you weren't there to save her. Oh man. This is why Dutch people wear clogs in the house. They don't wear clogs in the house. They leave them on the front doorstep. But it would work, wouldn't it? Would work. Exactly, it would work. Oh, Mrs. Tom didn't get that toe kicking a cat when Newcastle equalised. Both times when he equalised, it only took about 70 odd seconds to go ahead again, didn't it? Sandro Tonali. I like that one. I like that one. That's very good, Mandy. But unfortunately...
Very poor. Very poor indeed.
Very poor indeed. It wasn't very poor indeed. It was very good indeed. Sandro Tonali. But you're having that anyway. Need steel toe-capped. Oh, yeah, steel toe-capped house slippers. I used to have steel toe-capped Dr. Martens. Don't know why, like. Didn't used to work anywhere near anywhere that needed it. And I once volleyed a rat with them. Fucking thing almost burst into pieces. You were out for the match, paid it no attention, got home pleasantly surprised. I tried to get out the way of it. I hate listening. And then I think my dad or my nephew was watching Soccer Saturday while I was trying to watch Rise and Damp or Steptoe and Son. Saturday, Rise and Damp halfway through the day. Steptoe and Son for the rest of the day. It was fantastic. Yeah, so I could hear it in the background. For 1-1. Ooh, 2-1. For 2-2, 3-2. What? It was quite good for Mandy, that wasn't it? Someone should invent that. Sam, if nobody's invented it, make it so. Dragon's Den, that one. Yeah, Rob Grant, very, very sad news. For those who don't know, Rob Grant was one of the two people, along with Doug Naylor, who created and wrote Red Dwarf. And he was working on an updated version thereof, which was going to be, it was going to be a series on Dave, but then they pulled the plug and said we're not going to make any new stuff anymore. And then he was going to bring it out as a book, which hopefully, they still can. Is the shower fixed? Not yet. The fella's coming round on Thursday to start work. It sounds like it's going to be a big job, so it's going to take a while. It took a while to get the go-ahead from the landlord and everything set up for it. But yeah, Thursday's coming round, and I can stop going round to my sister's house for a shower every day. Here it's India in the semi-final. Is this cricket, or are we talking like the World War III semi-final? Casper, good evening. Still hot. Tea. Where's my drinks? Your nice bucket of tea. I could drink a bucket of tea myself. Is that cricket, is it? I'm presuming if you're saying it's India normally a cricketing nation, aren't they? A cricketing nation. You guessed tea yourself. A lot of guessing going on today. Sounds like everyone's absolutely switched on tonight, man. Switched on. We know what's happening. We know the score. Give you a wave yesterday, Louise, by the way. As I was coming up to where I parked for the attempted live stream in the sunsetty stream, you could see the whole of the Forest of Bowland and sort of Mount Pendle in the background. The weather looked fantastic. It's really nice where you can get a good view all the way across there. Looks amazing. It's bizarre because I'm at sea level, obviously. When you look towards the Lake District, Forest of Bowland, you probably, if the weather's nice, you might be able to see part of the Yorkshire Dales as well. Just seems that as soon as you move further forward, everything goes high. It's mad. The weather is finally better in Denmark. It has to be, man. We're in spring. It's March. Today is March. First day of March. And what time was the thingy? We're there. Sunset today in the good old U of K. Sunset was 5:50 in the blessed PM. Sunrise was 7 o'clock this morning. We're getting loads more sun. Well, loads more daytime and plenty of sun as well. It's great, isn't it? How's your diet going? You sticking to it? Sunset was fine. It was anything moving in front of the camera went all top of the pops. I did press record after I turned the camera off. Well, you know what I mean, after I stopped streaming, just to see what it looked like. I haven't managed to get around to doing that yet though. I'll check that out. I need to work on my camera skills, man. Stuff doesn't look as good as I want it to. You are getting fitting into clothes you haven't fitted for a while. Isn't that great when that happens as well? Because you know you're doing well. It's not even like standing on a scale and seeing numbers. It's wonderful, isn't it? But it means nothing really. Once you start getting into clothes that you haven't fit in for ages, that's when you know you're doing well. If I'd have crossed the road and sat on the wall, it would have worked. But if I'd had a great fall, what would have happened then, Mandy? What would have happened then? There's no way I was doing that while it was 6 degrees Celsius. It was colder yesterday than it is today. Not a chance. Those kind of things will happen once it gets warmer. Once we start getting into like the teens, 13, 14, 15, that kind of temperature, I don't mind sitting on the wall doing that. And of course, once we start getting to the really warm, the lovely summer, last year was great for that. Just sitting on the wall till about 11 o'clock, half 11 at night, still warm, t-shirt and shorts on. Boss, man. What more do you want? Twilight. Dusk was till about 20 past 11 at night. How good is that, man? So Sam was moving the plants today. Sounds a better option than watching the news. Have you seen any news in your part of the world? What are they saying? I would stay away from the news. It's a load of shit. No matter what's happening, it's a load of shit. It's calendar spring, it is. Finally the Gulf Stream went over the Siberian cold. Sunrise today, 7:13, and it went down 17:57, up by nearly 4 hours. Isn't it great? Everything just seems more alive. Although I think I've come to appreciate the movement of the seasons as we go through them. The winter, it's a reset, isn't it? That's the way you've got to look at it. It's just a reset. 1 year or one growth cycle. Grow. Summer, everything's full. Slowly fade away, reset, start again. Look at it that way and it's all right. And it needs to be cold to get rid of the germs. Yeah, don't watch the news. My ma was talking about this last year. Everything's so bloody depressing. I'm not surprised. You watch the news all day, every day. Stop watching it, you'd be so much happier. Have they bombed Birkdale? No, well, don't worry about it. But never mind what happens. What if? The only thing you listened to was BBC Wales Service when it first started. Yeah, seeing bits of commentary from a couple of other accounts you sub to, but not really digging into it. Yeah, steer clear of it. All we need to know is that innocent people are losing their lives. On both sides. Because fucking old men can't get along. That's what normally happens, isn't it? And it's always the innocent person on the street who ends up paying the price. Stop voting for them, man. How many tabs have you opened, Sam? How many? 6.3 billion. Oh, done. Phone's going sick here. What's going on? phone's going sick, lad. I accidentally turned it on earlier on as well. I've normally got it on silent, and I must have accidentally turned it on so it was loud, and I didn't recognise the tone on it whatsoever. And I was going around the house trying to find out where this bloody noise is coming from. And of course it was following me everywhere I went, because it was in my pocket. It was only when I got outside and it was still going, I thought, hang on, this is coming from my phone. Thought it might be my watch. Can you see him? Oh, you can't, can you? Bloody hell. No. It's Holly from Red Dwarf. Only one at the moment. What? One tab at a time, sweet Jesus. And that's all I'm asking from you. Looking up when hummingbirds will be here. There'll be quite a buzz when they arrive. Same as the bees. Jerry Dyer, who's the big fella from... Oh, sorry, he's the big fella. It was the fella from Big Jet TV. He might be a big fella. He went into hospital for an operation on his heart valve and proceeded to have 2 strokes while recovering in hospital. What? Fucking hell, man. Poor sod. Is he alright? Jeez, man, that's heavy, that, isn't it? Yeah, Jerry from Big Jet. Poor sod, man. I know while I was in the stroke ward, there was a fella who had... He come in with a stroke and he had 2 more while he was in there as well. Definitely not good. Definitely not good. It's oily yet. How long before they arrive? How long are they? You're not particularly religious, but seeing hummingbirds in California made you question everything. Might be able to see Simon's Seat from where I am. It's on the Bolton Abbey estate, right? Could I see that from near the beach? Near the beach? I have to look into that. I have got an app on my phone where you can hold it up to the horizon and it tells you which each peak is. So normally if I do that, I can sort of see Mount Pendle, obviously being 38,000 feet, you can't miss it, can you? And then there's other little bits. But it's weird as well where I am. I think this is going north, but it's not. I must be looking northeast from the beach, because all of a sudden Yorkshire's there. But then Yorkshire does creep over the top of Lancashire, doesn't it? I'll have to look into that. Bolton Abbey. There's loads of good stuff there, isn't there? Up near all that entire area. I need to drive as well. I need to do a drive of the Trough of Bowland when the weather's better. Do not want to get caught in there when it's freezing bloody coldly. Seems not until mid-March. Some males arrive earlier, obviously. Got to get in and scout the place for the chicas, don't we? Does Simon mind me checking out his seat? Never know. Definitely the best place to have a stroke. Had a better day today, but he's not good. Terrible, hasn't it, man? Terrible. If you are going to have one, that is the place to have it, but questions need to be asked. What kind of lifestyle have you got where, first of all, you're having heart surgery or heart being looked into and having strokes at the same time? Blood pressure and stuff like that, man. See a doctor. Any heart, chest pains, go and see a doctor. Peak arrival, late March, early April. Coming up, it's coming up. Yeah, any footage we'll look forward to. There are channels on YouTube that have amazing numbers of hummingbirds. I love it when there's loads of birds at once, especially of the same kind of variety. Where they just suddenly, like today, those Eurasian jackdaws, were they? Yeah, Eurasian jackdaws. They were everywhere. Lovely sound, loads of noise coming out of them. All the same kind of call as well as boss. Yeah, speed of recovery, man. Get him back on top of that van ASAP, Rocky, man. Most dangerous section of the river in the UK is at Bolton Abbey. isn't it the most dangerous section of water in the entire bloody world? It's that whirlpool thing, isn't it? That if you go into it, you do not come back out. It's heavy, that, man. It's where all the rock underneath has been sort of worn away, isn't it? So if you go under, you just end up going underneath rock and in water. You can't get out of it. Other places you go under the water and the currents just push you further down and you pop up half a mile down the river. Broken, battered, bruised, covered in blood, but you're alright. You only get a few. You'll be famously territorial. Yours are. Trying to find solutions to it. Do you know how to find the north via the stars? The North Star, I know. I can look for that. I can find that. And also, well, I was going to say you can do it via your wristwatch, can't you? During the day, not during the night, but you can find north on many different ways. Is that the place where it's about 3 foot wide and about 40 foot deep? It is. The Strid, that's the one, isn't it? Where it goes under, but say underneath the water, where you're standing, that's all been eaten away underneath by the water. So if you go under, you're not coming back out. It's ridiculous. And people try and jump over it because it's about that wide. I'll be alright. In they go, soft bastards. One of the ones was California, so maybe the one you've seen, Tomash. It's got loads of all surrounding several feeders. Without the fighting yours, but men, aren't they? Bloody men. Seeing vids of hummingbirds drinking from bottles held by people. They are mad, aren't they? Just, they don't even seem normal. Just like a fat insect. Mad. Oh, the ones you saw were in Ireland. Sorry, in real life. They sell little rings or palm-held feeders that folks used to get hummingbirds used to them. They've all got the lip thing as well, haven't they? Put a pair of glasses on and these lips with stuff in there, and then you come in and eat away, so that far away from your face. Must be mad, man. Don't have super dangerous rivers, but your west coast can be quite dangerous. Yeah, undercurrents that you called horse holes. We've got something similar to that as well, haven't we? In fact, it's something horsey up near Scotland. It's where about 4 or 5 different currents all merge, and then just, it looks horrific, looks horrible. Don't go anywhere near them. You are taught to swim sideways if you get sucked out by one. Mad, innit? In Poison. Got those on Shingle Coast. Proper riptides. They're horrible, aren't they? And you don't know how bad they are. I've seen a few where they've got like a drone or a helicopter up, and then they've dropped dye into the water, and the water looks alright. Just nice and calm. People messing around on top of it. And then you see the dye going underneath, and all of a sudden it's just shooting miles away. Horrific. And once you're in there, you're knackered. Hang on where we are. Chanel de Samuela. Sam's been pinned. I repeat, Sam has been pinned. There's Sam's channel. Click, watch, thumbs up your likeys, comment, do a lot, man. The only way to get out of it is swimming sideways instead of in towards the beach. It is the only way, otherwise you're fighting against the current. From a boy from northwest England or northeast Wales, depending on who you ask. It was, yeah. Oh, I can imagine. You are most welcome, Sam. You are most welcome. Yeah, I've not seen hummingbirds. I don't think I have. I've seen lots of weird shit over the years. There was loads of mad stuff in California. Doodle bugs freaked me out. They must be blind or something. You should fly into you and you're about that big and look like a conker with wings. What the fuck hell is that? And I saw a roadrunner. An actual proper real life roadrunner. And it wasn't blue, it was brown. And it never went meep meep. It's fucking quick, like. It's quick. It's quick. Scary stuff, but quite a few German tourists I've met every year. They go on vacation and maybe have never been to the east. Ah, right. They're not aware of how dangerous it is. Bloody Germans. Die bombed that chippy in the war. Watching Sam's content has made you realise that you didn't know how thin the actual tails of squirrels are. It's similar to you don't realise how long owls' legs are, do you? Until someone pulls their the feathery skirt up and the legs are about that long. Weird. Freaks me the actual fuck out. I hate it. I hate it. And it's all hair, isn't it? Squirrel's tails. Little skinny thing full of hair. Or fur. Fur. Meep meep. That, I know it's weird because it looks like a roadrunner. It looks like the cartoon, but it's not blue. Bizarre. It's called a tree rat for a reason. It's sort of, I don't. That gets rid of the romance of squirrels slightly, that doesn't it? One man's squirrel is another man's tree rat. Bless them, bless them. The east is super chill. The west you've got a lot of wind and big waves. Up north it's called cold Hawaii. Oh, I like that. Tons of wind farms. It's one of the windiest places in the North Sea. The North Sea's full of incredibly windy places where you can make a huge amount of electricity free of charge.
Peggly ding. Next.
Peggly ding. Next. Hang on. It's funny, really, just a long rat tail with not as many hairs along it. It seems, oh, squirrel, yeah, I know, yeah. He chunky. And tufty. That may be the red squirrel ears. They are cute, aren't they? When you think about it though, they are little rats. That's why all you can see off our coast is turbines. It's free energy really. I mean, it is not free energy because the actual turbines cost a lot of money, but it's always windy. You're always going to be able to generate electricity. Use it, man. And as long as you're not reliant on other countries' natural gas, coal, oil, stuff like that, we should be happy. Is there a Steve-O video we need to see? There is. In fact, we may as well watch it now that you've asked for it. Now that you've asked. We'll stick it on now. Here we go.
This is the new job, guys. And I go around the corner a bit yet. I'll do some more in a minute. Brickwork so high, and there's block work which is going to be rendered. Loads of little windows for the gallery. Brickwork, solid brickwork up to the top here. That's Tim. Say hello, Tim. Brickwork round, the other side. This is one big bungalow. This afternoon's work.
It does look a massive job, doesn't it? I said when Steve-O sent it to me, it looks like an episode of Alvida St. Pet. That's how big it looks, like a proper building site. Heavy stuff, man. Biggest bungalow you ever built. Doesn't even look like a bungalow, it looks like a hospital or something, doesn't it? Bloody massive. Must have a few quid whoever's making that, mate. At change, what at change? You're early. It's not at change till end, is it? It's end. House or bungalow? Are they not the same thing? Just one with more layers than t'other? We've got a lot of bungalows round here. I think they were first, all the bungalows, and then they just built on and on and on and built proper big houses and all kinds at the other end. The bungalows look better, to be honest with you. Big project. You're building Andrew's downgrade. I think his downgrade, if it keeps on downgrading, will be a very, very big place that he's living in. With stripy wallpaper. Tell the locals it's going to be a KFC. Oh, don't do that. Some of them will be absolutely buzzing, won't they? Wonder how far to go for me KFC. Poor sods. Christine, Charlie Bravo 04, Charlie Bravo 04. We have carrots, we have carrots. I definitely changed hats. I don't think I did, Ali, I don't think I did. Maybe you're imagining things, Ali. Does anyone else think I've changed the hat? It's for a local, well-known antique dealer. Lovejoy, is it for Lovejoy? Is that who it is? Is Lovejoy? Tinker there. Evening, good evening. I was like a Nottingham. Called the Hollywood, that's how Robin Hood sounds, isn't it? You've been rewinded. Rewinded. You thought it, then rewinded. Yeah, Steve-O was just telling us about Jerry Dyer. I never heard about that. Poor sod, man, poor sod. Send some positive vibes his way, man. Just shows you, us fellas, we need to go and see the doctor. Have an MOT now and then. Yes, Ali out, yes, I know. I was taking the piss. I know. A picture of me wearing a different hat. It's, I don't know, it's a signifier, isn't it? We all have different hats that we wear from time to time. Jeez, man. It is warm in here, it's as warm as balls. Plus, I'm keeping you on your toes to see if you're paying attention. Which obviously you were, Ali. You were paying attention. Fair play to you. I knew someone had sent me something because my wrist vibrated. Oh, Jeff o'clock. We're getting close to Jeff o'clock, aren't we? Pee break. Do you need a pee break? Pee break. Pee break. Da-da-da-da. Pee break. Pee break. Da-da-da-da. Go and have your pee. Go on, hurry up. Will Jeff come wait until you get back? You say it all the time. It seems it was something most of us in higher ed said at conferences in underfunded areas. It is. It's horrible. Being in any kind of position where you're in hospital relying on people is horrible. Thankfully, the people that you meet in there, the ones who look after you, are they're the best you can get. Don't forget to shake it. Yeah, of course, ladies. You may also stamp your feet. Haven't had to say you wear many hats since then. It's a sort of where we come from as well. Our work, it's a similar kind of thing. We have to wear many hats. Customer centric, governmental, you know. And we have to be a facilitator, working in the round, taking an holistic approach. You know, not afraid to have those crunchy conversations, all that kind of stuff. It's horrible, isn't it? Fewer hats make for a happier life, you think? Depends on what kind of hats you're into, I suppose. How many times is too many? If your eyes start rolling around in the back of your head, Casper, you've gone too far, mate. Seems executives delegate their many hats they do, don't they? The lower you get, the more hats you have multiply on you, because you end up wearing your own hat and 3 other people's hats at the same time. And what they use, which is always fantastic, it's a good development opportunity for you. In other words, it's a job I can't be arsed doing, but if you do it, it'll look good to the higher managers. All right, yeah. What else do I get? Nothing. Nothing. No more than 3, Casper. More than 3 shakes is a Jodrell. You don't want that. Is a Barclays. Crunchy conversations, yes. That is genuinely one of the ones that was mentioned in our work. Don't be afraid to have those crunchy conversations. I knew what he meant, but it's like, fucking please, can you not just speak English? We're all supposed to be intelligent people here. People who are really high up in the organisation. You know, the people who are like that far below Parliament, that far below. Talking holistically, in the round, lots of in the round. For fuck's sake, man. And then occasionally you get a boss and you say, well, why do I need to do that? Why do I need to do that? And eventually just go, because if you don't, I'll volley you up the arse. Well, there you go. Was that too hard to say? Was that too hard? Just do it. Just fucking do it, all right. Or more than likely, if you don't do it, I get a bollocking. Therefore, if I get a bollocking, you're going to get a double bollocking. Just go and do it. Okay. Corporate ease, it's horrible, isn't it? We don't really shake it. It's more like milking it. Oof. Need a good 5. Can't be dealing with a Mickey Dribs. I know it's horrible, isn't it? And don't wear beige trousers. Or one cough and you look like the opening credits of Bonanza. It's terrible. So how's the hubby doing? How's things going? Are you alright as well? Crunchy conversation, full of holes and covered in brown stuff. That might be where it's coming from. He's doing well. All good stuff. A friend took him out for lunch and dropped in here for a few minutes so he could hand over one of his meds. That's great stuff, man. That definitely sounds way better, that, doesn't it? Being able to get out there, out and about. Good stuff, man. Lovely image. Just threw up something you haven't eaten yet. Preemptive vom. Saved you a drive as well. Good stuff, man. We like that. Improving all the time. Every day is a winning post. That's what it is, isn't it? Do what you can to get over that line. Keep going and going and going. Oh, I haven't electrocuted myself today yet. I knew there was something I needed to do. I haven't revived. I should have revived. I could have took it in the front room while I was watching the TV, couldn't I? What an absolute bell sweat. Yeah, Sam, are you okay? It's hard work having to be the strength for both of you, isn't it? Having to do everything. Although being a woman, I suppose you're used to it, aren't you? Haven't been okay in a decade, but you'll make it through. Being here helps us. Oh, lovely stuff. Well, we're always here. And if we're not here, we're here. Stick it under the desk. It's already under the desk. The Revitavator. The Botham board is doing really well, apart from the fact that I haven't used it today yet. It's definitely helping me out. I've come close to having cramp, but I've not had it during the night. Normally, if I start to stretch, then I start getting cramp. No, it's like when your whole body stretch and you can't help it. That's when cramp kicks in. But during the night, it hasn't happened. So I think the Botham board is doing well. Could I not stream on Botham board? I probably could do and power the camera at the same time. The only problem with that is the stream would go something like this. Hi, oh you bastard, how's everything doing? You're all okay? Oh you fucking, because it does occasionally feel like it's someone trying to rip me calf muscle out. But it's good. If you can get hold of one or have a go on someone, have a go on someone's. Do it. Botham board. Have you not seen them, Steve-O? The Revitive Medic, the thing that you put your feet on and it sends electric pulses through them. So it sort of massages the inside of your calf muscles. It's good for circulation, which is brilliant. I don't think my circulation's particularly bad, but at my age, it's worth doing anyway. But I think it's helping with not getting cramp during the night especially. And if I'm not getting cramp during the night, I'm actually sleeping better. So I bought it last Sunday, didn't I? So for an entire week, I've slept okay. If that continues, then it's money well spent, to be honest with you. Yeah, the circulation booster. It's really good, man. But it does feel weird. And it doesn't just use the same pattern. It uses loads of different patterns. Some are grabby. Some are like waves, fluttering going up your leg. Some are more pulsy. Some are more like proper grabbing you. If you could have a go on someone, half of your ailments would be cured. Should we put a bid in and get you someone, Louise? What kind of someone would you like? Would it be blue by any chance? With horns? Are you free, Captain Peacock? Oh, Jeff, come on. You're not watching Are You Being Served? Sam, no worries at all. You know we're here for you. Yeah, how's Vic doing, do we know? Yes, I said someone rather than something, didn't I? And obviously our Lulu Bellatini's ears pricked up. Up, up, up. Yeah, you know where we are if you need a chat, Sam. Even if it's just to shout at someone. To swear loudly. I'm used to it. I have a daughter. What kind of ailments could be cured by going on someone as well? Do we dare ask? Do we dare ask? Filth, Lulu, filth, filth. Yeah, filthy beggar, yeah. Anyway, speaking of that, it is Sunday. What's Jeff been up to this week? How this week's walks started, he is right. It did start off with like snowy, rainy, snowy, horrible. Warmed up a smidge. A smidge. You see grass there in all kinds, can't you, in rain? Ended up absolutely lovely. Ah. Ah. It did. That's pretty much how the week went as well. Why's the football on? Get off. We cared a lot. The Dukey is playing our tune. Or do you mean Faith No More? We've got loads of faith. Is it tension? Is that what it is? Is it tension? Easily sorted. 4 indeed. Number 2 would do. Are we talking Jeff there, Mandy, or do you need a break for a few minutes? Jeff number 2. He's starting to look like an elf, but he's never on the shelf. 1 for Lulu Bellatini, 2 for Mandy, 3 for a girl, 4 for a boy. With those magpies. He's right though, that's exactly what this week has felt like. Started off where it wasn't snow, but it wasn't far off snow. And then it just got better as the week's gone on. We're getting there, we really are. 2, then 3. Christine's going for the hat-trick. Once you finish with 2 and he's a husk of a man, he's a husk of a Jeff, will you then move on to Jeff number 3? Shameless with St David's Day, I know. Had to be done though. So if you want to increase the circulation of the women, whip your Jeff out. Whip your Jeff out for the ladies. A Charlie Bravo sandwich. Double jeopardy. There you go. Be careful though. All those horns. Dangerous. Dangerous. Charlie Bravo 2 and 3. Charlie Bravo 2 and 3. That's a whole lot of Jeff, isn't it? As Led Zeppelin once sang. Could you manage double Jeff? Sweet feckin' Jesus. Dukey is doing its thing yet again. Blue eyes. Does 3 watch? He could do. Is it like tag team? Is that what happens? Once Jeff number 2 is huskified, does he manage to tag out and then in comes Jeff number 3 with the Big Daddy splash? Baby's got blue eyes, he has. Baby's got blue eyes, Ali's looking for red eyes. Come on, what have we got? Give us a decent drink here now. Irish red beer. Lulu Bellatini, cover those ears. Cover those ears. Look at that. Oof, oof. Get it, don't you? Number 3 looks like he'd mount number 2. He does, doesn't he? And then ride him like a Kentucky Derby winner. Don't be giving Christine ideas. I don't think she needs any ideas, to be honest with you. Filth, Christine, filth. You filthy beggar. Mr. Moon has left the building. Mr. Moon's been out and about this week, hasn't he? It was looking very nice last night. Because there was a bit of cloud. Wispy cloud at that. Looking up. Just, it looked rather nice. Yes, yes. Christine doesn't need any help from anyone in getting ideas. You CB04. You. Talking about you there. So much better the chat's working, isn't it? Definitely. But I'll say it again. Fair play on Wednesday for Mandy and Sam for jumping onto Twitch just to make sure that we had a stream to go on with. Ah, right. The moon. The moon. Not the moon. Got ya, got ya, got ya. Cheers, Ali. Cheers, Ali. I didn't notice that. Does sound like code, doesn't it? We are not at home to Mr. Cockup, kind of thing. On average, the temperature in Southport is warmer than here, between mid-September through to mid-April. It's quite a bit warmer there from mid-April to mid-September. It's mad, isn't it, the way this works? The UK, we get mild winters and moderate summers. So it's fairly even, considering. Much colder than normal. It sounded like that winter sounds horrific. Even watching, who was I watching? Thomas Heaton, the landscape photographer, who drove from Newcastle up to Sweden, and he went through Denmark. As he got through there and went into Sweden, it was getting to minus 34 degrees Celsius. It's ridiculous. Twitch just might grow on you. It's not too bad, is it, Twitch? We like Twitch if you're watching over on Twitch, along with the other 5,999 people on Twitch. There's not 6,000 people on Twitch. I just meant to a nice pics of a handsome fellow. That's all you meant. Of course it is. Yeah, don't let your halo slip there, Christine. You missed Wednesday. You were at the cinema. What did you see on there Wednesday? You didn't miss much because it was knackered, unfortunately. You've only got Twitch on your TV, so you couldn't chat. It's lucky that it was there just in case. So it carried the... I mean, how I got through 3 hours, I'll never know. Because this relies on people talking, and obviously the people that were here knew just how bad it was. When Sam was putting little numbers at the end of how many times it took her to get a line through to me, it gets like 5 and 6 times sending something through before it popped up, you know what I mean? It's ridiculous. But we managed to do 3 hours, which blew my goddamn mind. You did export that brief vid so you wouldn't lose it like you did the others years ago. Got to be done, man. Got to be done. Could have done with you on Wednesday. You know all the tricks. You do tom tom to tom tom to tom tom. And we have quite maritime climate compared to the countries around us. We're lucky to have that water. It's much better for us. Mandy, over on Twitch. Did we work out what he is? Is that a dinosaur, by the way? A dancing dinosaur? Good luck, have fun, don't die. Is that the name of a film or just in general? Is that the new Live, Love, Laugh? It's not going to take off, that, is it? Your uncle called the day in January and said it was minus 41 in Lapland. I've been to lots of lap dancing bars. It's never been that cold. Oh, sorry, you mean... Yeah. Couldn't send anything but emojis. Funnily enough, emojis got through, but chat doesn't. It's ridiculous. Brief as in short, or was I in my bills? I'm always in my bills. Luckily enough, you can't see them. The leatherette, you see. It was mental. It was fucking mental. You were able to tell the Australian bird guy about that. Didn't know other channels were having a problem. Considering how big of an issue it was and how many channels have come out lately and said we've been having problems for the last week, it seems to be very, very quiet. Nobody said, we know there's a problem. You would have thought YouTube would have just come out and went, right, anybody who's live streaming, we know there's an issue, we are working on it. But no, absolute silence till enough people kicked off. Oh, we'll fix it then. Workers. Yeah. You've got a maritime climate. We are just that further out towards the Atlantic and further from Putin's cold or Putin's gold. And also we get the majority of the Gulf Stream hits us. So that's why if you go to the southwest of England, Cornwall, and then like the Scilly Isles and the Isle of Wight and stuff like that, you can actually get palm trees, can't you? Is it the Scilly Isles have got palm trees? We grow a lot of stuff for a lot longer, even though it's not that far south. Yeah, you know, it wasn't just Lorraine, Christine, it wasn't just Lorraine. It was proper irresponsible gaslighting, everyone thinking either their audience was imagining things or that their channel was the only one impacted. Thankfully, we've got people in this chat who go to more than one chat and who saw it happening and went, I've seen this before somewhere else. This is not just you. Well, thank you. No one's told me anything until people started telling me. It shouldn't take your own audience to say, well, I've seen it somewhere else. Should it really? YouTube should have just been on the ball and went, we understand there's an issue. We'll fix it as soon as we can, but in the meantime, just be aware of the fact. You may want to just not stream for a few days until we say it's all right. At which point we'd have just gone and took over the whole of Twitch. Accents would have worked, apparently, yes. A lot of folks complained about it on Reddit. Looked it up after the last stream where it seemed impossible to post anything. It was horrible, wasn't it? This is the last few streams on this. Steve had to send me a text. He did that on WhatsApp. That's how bad things are, isn't it? Mandy suggested if we can get an Instagram chat, multi-chat going with everyone in there, but then you can't really put it on the screen. So we're trying to work around it, and as it happened, Twitch ended up being alright, but not good enough really, is it? People were thinking mods were deleting chats and getting quite miffed. And you would, wouldn't you? If no one told you there was something wrong and stuff's just getting, or seemingly getting deleted, you'd be kicking off at your own mods. Why have you been doing that? I haven't done anything. Bollocks. Nothing's been coming through. People have said they've been texting, nothing comes through. Why are you doing it? Could have caused all kinds of trouble. It's a common ploy of trolls to say they're being ignored or the chats aren't coming through. It was easily dismissed. Exactly. Thinking they've been hidden. Absolutely. And then kicking off at the host. Why have you hidden me? No one's hidden anything. Oh yeah, you say that now. How come X, Y and Z have got their chats coming through? Because they tried to send 304 have come through. Like. Terrible. Terrible evil. Absolutely terrible. It was unreal. Like I say, to manage to get through 3 hours of it, I'm surprised. Speaks volumes for the community that we have. We rallied round. With real blitz spirit. Real blitz spirit. Oh, we had trouble a couple of weeks ago on the after the game stream. You did mention that back then, didn't you? Some messages not getting through. I thought that might have been down to just with it being a mobile stream. I thought maybe that's what it is. With it being mobile, it's not uploading properly, but it'll be the same thing. And that was a few weeks ago, wasn't it? Hopefully. Jean-Jier's crossed. It's all sorted now. Stop hiding me, lad. But the confusing bit was having to check the on-screen chat. All right. It appeared in your own chat, but never appeared on screen and never appeared in front of me, which would blow your mind, wouldn't it? Because you would say, well, I can see it. I can see it. You're just blocking me. She challenged Giles Brandreth on holding a record-long speech after last stream. Pretty much, it was just me. That's why I asked. I thought we were ignoring it. Yeah. And why certain... This has been going for a while, hasn't it? We know this now because people have said, I've been trying to put chats through and they haven't come through. Why have you deleted things? Do you remember that when people are saying, well, why have you deleted this? Why has this been modded out? But it hasn't. No one's touched anything. It either started after the February the 17th worldwide outage, or we just all started paying more attention to glitches after that. Definitely YouTube have got to be more transparent. Just tell people there's an issue. We know there's an issue. Considering that it doesn't cost us anything to put our videos and our streams on this platform. Most of us, if we just say, right, we know there's a problem, we are working on it, we go, all right, fine, just let us know. And if you need us to do anything or to do any testing for you, we will do it. Good luck, have fun, don't die was the film. It does sound like an Irish thing as well, doesn't it? An Irish goodbye, that. I'm heading off to the bus. Good luck, have fun, don't die. Sam Rockwell comes in from the future to save the present from artificial intelligence. You've seen worse. Transparency is a thing of the past. Sam Rockwell's brilliant. Everything I've seen him in, he's absolutely fantastic. One of your favourites. He is, he's boss, isn't he? He's got the good acting chops. I think that's what the kids say these days, isn't it? He's got good chops. Did he dance? Did he dance? Does like a boogie, doesn't he? Still hot. Sponsor me thermos, you bastards. Imagine if they did come back to me though and just say, go ahead. We will. We will sponsor you. And then Bears Paws TV just ended up being one massive 24-hour-a-day infomercial for thermos. No clue from the name what's he been in. He was particularly good in Jojo Rabbit. He was boss in that. He was quite animated. You don't recall dancing specifically though. Found out the other day that Charles Dance's father was born in the 1870s. He had a half-sister born in 1898. See a word more for? How? How? Bloody hell. I know he's fairly old, isn't he, Charles Dance, but... Moon, mainly, moon. Maybe Thermos did try and chat in the other live stream. I thought we were bringing him. That's what could have happened. I could have missed out on a multi-billion-dollar a year deal with Thermos, but he thought I was ignoring him. This is on you, YouTube. You've got no clue. Mandy hasn't got a clue in general anyway when it comes to stuff like this. Put a picture of his face up, you go, oh yeah, he was in this and this. Straight away, but with a name, no idea. No idea. Should have been around my age when Charles was born. It's mad, isn't it? Jojo Rabbit was fantastic. He was bossing that. It's difficult to have characters within that story for whom you feel sympathy and empathy. I thought he was brilliant at that. Yeah, man, he's much better with faces. And will happily admit to it. Have you seen Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy? Is that the remake, obviously? He played the President of the Universe. I had to read that twice. Yes. He's from 49. So his half sister was 51 when she had a little brother. That's hefty, that, isn't it? When you're old enough to be your own brother's grandmother. Fucking hell, man. Dada dance. Fair play, man. Getting wired into it, like, you know what I mean? Getting wired into us. The film, definitely not the TV series. You can't like him because of that poor mouse. Oh. Mr. Jangles. Your mate was in the film. The film. Oh, was that the big fella? The big fella in the film. He's not even Irish, is he? That a massive, the fella, Mandy, the massive, huge fella. What's his name? Big Bob, or whatever his fucking name is, like. Why'd you call him Big Bob? His name's not Bob, by the way, but why'd you call him Big Bob? His name's Bob and he's about 17 foot 12. Spen, that's it, Spen, isn't it? Similar to our Lulu Berrettini. Fucking huge, man. Willowy with it, though. Yeah, it's Big Spen, isn't it? Ah, I know, yeah. Didn't realise he was in the film. I've actually seen the film, it wasn't too bad. Considering how much I like the series. Fourth time of trying for that sentence. Couldn't say hit or unblinking the mouse. Ah. Oh, what's going on, man? Unaliving, yes, Jeff. You should be able to say what you like. It's ridiculous. It's not a hidden thing. Don't be unaliving Jeff, by the way. Can't be unalive. You can't unalive Jeff anyway, so we should be all right. Unaliving Jeff. Guidelines this time. It does look like it might be guidelines. Not set by me, by the way, Louise. I don't give a shit, to be honest with you. It's weird, isn't it? And yet, YouTube themselves have come out and said it's not a problem talking about these things. Otherwise, you couldn't even talk about the band that played Mr. Brightside, could you? People will tell you can't do that. Advertisers don't like it. Bollocks. They're not bothered. By the way, Mr. Brightside, the Killers. You are allowed to say these things. You're allowed to swear as well, as long as it's not too much, too often, right at the start of videos. Like, you can't start a video with like me holding kippers. Hello and welcome to story time with me, Nick, and this fucking bear, right? You can't do that. But later on in the stream, you're all right. Yeah, I should be able to say killing. It means kitten in Danish. There's loads of stuff. Like, you should be able to say could in Dutch. Even though it's spelt with a K rather than a C, it would be frowned upon. If you know what I mean. So how do Dutch streamers get away with it? It's mad, isn't it? Mad. The world has indeed gone mad. And of course, finding out that killing means kitten in Danish. We said this, haven't we, before? It means that Rage Against the Machine. Kitten in the name of. Which is much better, I think. Seems like there's a random selectivity of the guideline enforcement. Funnily enough, I saw random selectivity of the guideline enforcement supporting 8 Mile Radius in Toronto in 72. Very fun, fantastic freeform jazz band they are. with Fingers van der Berg on Electric Ziver. Fantastic band. Does keep us on our toes. It's weird though. Maybe using an accent over a letter would work. Could work. Because it might confuse them then. Is it AI who's looking into this? Electric Zither. It's the way forward. If you want to be in the acid skittle genre, in the death polka, you know what I mean? Ambient punk. Everyone needs an electric zither. Do you know some troll accounts do eventually get auto-held but not straight up hidden? So a creator or mod can't see them. You need to be able to see them to know who they are. Yes, yeah, I don't think he'll be saying that one. Casper. Yes. Side, of course. It is. Now, if you change the A to a U, it means could. U, ja. U. Dat weer zeggen. Ja, kies mijn moeste. Ja, nee. Dat kunnen we niet zeggen. Dat kunnen we niet zeggen, zeg. Having text not appear in any way is very probable. We'll start that again. Having text not appear in any way is problematic. It is. Unless they've consciously been hidden from moderation. 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 That's what you need. If you want to ban the pest, if you want to read the rest, ooh, moderation's all you need. If you want to be a YouTube streamer, yeah. People are going to watch this, aren't they, in years to come and think, what the fucking hell is wrong with that lad? Have you got all day? Have you got all day? I'll draw you a fucking list. Yeah. People need to know they've been hidden as well, and we need to know they've been hidden. You struggle with English, let alone someone else's language. Your English is fine, Steve-o. Very, very fine. It's when you start throwing in French as well, it sounds much better. Fart is a funny one. It's speed in Scandinavia. It is a journey in German as well, isn't it? I know, because my Scottish German teacher, who was actually the French teacher, yeah, I know, confusing. He used to teach French in our school, but he could also speak German because his wife was German. He started doing German, and I passed me GCSE with him because I could speak German. Funny that, isn't it? He brought in a ticket, a bus ticket I think it was, and a ticket's supposed to say a journey with or without breaks, with or without getting off and getting back on again. And it just said Einfahrt mit oder. So he was buzzing off that. He thought it was hilarious. What are they doing over there, lad? Breaking news, Iran ignites nuclear warhead. Funnily enough, I watched Iran ignites nuclear warhead supporting 8 Mile radius in Toronto in 72. 84 hot dog, oh my god. Flight control means speed check. Well, it would do, wouldn't it? You would have to check a lot after that, wouldn't you? To be fair. To be fair. Should check me out. Check me out on Twitch. It's where the cool kids hang out. Hi, hot dog Italiano. Not Italian. Look Trump in the eye. Nobody should be looking Trump in the eye. No good can come from it. I love all these people, all these people that are part of his entourage. The conservative Christians. I don't believe in God. I don't believe that when you finish, you go to heaven and stuff like that. But how good would it be? All these people on the escalator going up to the pearly gates, and then they knock and the door opens, and then people just start laughing. Do you think you're coming in here after what you did? That way, boys. Fuck off. Go on. We're Christians. No, you're not. You didn't listen, did you? Never listened to any of the teachings. Didn't look after people. Thou shalt not kill. Remember that one? Remember that one? I even knocked it up in a fucking piece of stone for you so it wouldn't waste away, so you knew what it was. But no. You went ahead and did it anyway. Wankers. Stop with all the wars, man. Stop killing each other. Be nice. Spend all the money that we spend on weapons and all that kind of shite. Spend it on the good of humanity. How good would that be? Did a type with pastors that begin to preach that empathy is now a sin. It's weird, isn't it? I've always thought that religion is just... It was intelligent people creating rules to control stupid people. And then it's gone on and on and on. And you'd have thought now, the level of education, people can write, people can read, that should be enough to go, this is stupid, but no. We're still getting controlled by the same people. This needs to stop. It's easy, just be sound. Just be sound. Look after each other. Not hard, is it? When someone falls over, you pick them up. Try and help them out. Yeah, religion began when the first idiot met the first con man. And it's continued ever since. Just a way of people controlling. Whether it's religion, royalty to a certain degree as well. All that kind of stuff is just that controlling that. And then if you start questioning it, you disappear. You're not there anymore. We're all equal. Or we should all be equal anyway. We should all have access to the same possibilities in life. We should all have the same education, but we don't. If you go around the world, some people are just preached to constantly. And America is one of the worst places in the world for it. Just being taught propaganda constantly. I don't get it. I don't get that. Ironically, it's basically a religious war that's happening. Yeah, that's religion for you. We've had religious wars since we've had religions. And then people using religion as the excuse to go to war. It's stupid, man. It really stems from the same impulse that science does. A human brain thing for both, but one is centred on a consistent method and rigorous re-examining the evidence. The other is fear-based. And most of the stuff that we put down to religion is because people couldn't explain things. Now we can. Told you this, haven't I? I watched a brilliant programme on this. Norse mythology. There's a lot of thing in Norse mythology where whenever there's a solar eclipse, they thought it was God going to sleep. And then they kept shouting until he opened his eye again to make sure he was still awake and able to look after the people. So everyone used to gather whenever there was a solar eclipse and scream and shout and make as much noise as possible. And they always woke him up. Always. Now, years later, we know it's just an eclipse. It's one heavenly body moving in front of the other. And I don't mean like those films that you see at 3 o'clock in the morning. But now we know. And yet people are still thinking, oh, well, it's God's eye. No, it isn't. Fucking Egypt. Yeah, different ways of getting there. One's a good method, one is not. Religion was a way of teaching consequences, paradise or damnation being the ultimate enforcer. It was supposed to be that way, but it's not, is it? If you're supposed to have a book as well that teaches you how to behave on the promise of either you get to heaven for believing this and behaving as you would in this, or you go to hell if you don't, then it's not working because people are absolute bastards. Priests interfering with kids. Do you think that's going to get you into heaven? I'd say not. Bible's just it's a book full of allegories, isn't it? Full of life lessons. You really should do this rather than doing that. But if you need a book to tell you how to behave, then your parents have let you down. You don't need a Bible. All you need is like a Scouse Mar or a Scouse Star going, listen, if you're going out tonight, don't be a fucking knobhead. Know what I mean? Don't be a knobhead. That's all you need. You go out and you don't behave like a knobhead. Then you come home. How was your night out? Oh, it was sound. Did you act like a knobhead? No. Sound. Done. Over and done with. Old Testament is a book of rules. New Testament is a true story about a cult lead. Pretty much, isn't it? It's a load of shite. And I don't believe in any of it. Says the man with Norse mythology tattooed on his skin. And fucking Buddhist symbol on him as well. Don't believe in any of it. Norse mythology, a solar eclipse was a dramatic omen of Ragnarok, the end of the world. It was interpreted as a sign that two giant wolves, Skull, cheers, and Hati, was that, or Hattel. I'd come so close to catching a sun goddess soul. They're taking a bite out of it. Ah, right. Like that. If religion has those concepts, any worldview tries to explain the whys and the hows, but the rest varies a lot depending on the place it was invented and evolved. It does. At some point, eventually, it'll all be gone. Get rid of it all. Start again. Let's start a new religion. All hail Jeff. Bow down before Jeff. No, not like that. Yeah. Don't need any of it. And yet I like churches. Whenever I used to go away on holiday, wherever it was, didn't matter where it was, always go and find a local church. Just have a quick wander around. Normally if it's somewhere hot, you walk into the church and it's cool, it's quiet, it's relaxed. Gives you an actual taste of what the local area is like as well. Nothing wrong with that. Churches are beautiful. But you can't go in there and pretend that you're a decent human being if you're a complete twat when you're on the outside, let's face it. The OG con man. Actually created a happy cult, I had to read that twice, on 6 Degrees. Old social network in the mid to late 90s, I can't remember her. I've been called a happy cult a few times. At least I think I have. As well as a dodgy one and a silly one. There you go. Yeah. Faith No More on the jukebox. The Jukie's listening tonight. What an epic choice that is as well. Just Be Sound. Ali, Just Be Sound. You know it makes sense. We preach that on this channel. Just be sound. You don't need to be any more than that. You don't need to be spectacular. You don't need to be world changing. If everyone was just sound, the world would be sound. That's all you need, man. All you need is sound. Run-da-da-da-dum. Ooh, Tomasz, that close, man, that close. Bucket of tea. Bucket of tea. There you go. A nice bucket of tea. It's close to water. Close to water. It was great. Our group won the opportunity to go on a cruise together for marketing purposes for them. Kept getting delayed. Then he got bought up by someone wanting the 12 to 15-year-old market. Easy joke to be made there, but we won't. Something about an island. I don't know. Something like that anyway. Christine, you might need to try drink again. I think it needs a few seconds to cool down before it'll go again. In retrospect, that should have been more shocking than it was. It's a very popular market in certain areas, that isn't it? 12 to 15. I think a lot of that as well. Back then and even to this day, what you're looking for is people who've got parents with money who will quite happily allow you to go on your phone and buy, like with FIFA. If you play FIFA on PlayStation, you can go and buy packs to get new players. Just constantly keep buying and buying and buying and all that. That's what they want. People whose parents will pay loads of money for them, or alternatively, to go and pick, yeah, for all you know, it could have been for that. Field, Usher Field. Yeah, in the late 90s, not a lot of kids online in that way. There wasn't. Back in the late 90s, there's not a chance you would have bought a kid a phone. Not a chance. And yet, as soon as we got to the 2010s-ish, pretty much everyone started buying them, didn't he? Watery tea. I know my daughter got she got a message sent to her. She used to have an app. I can't remember what it was called. It was a music app. Musically, it might have been actually. And someone sent her a message on there when she was about 7 or 8. Can you send me pictures of you with no clothes on? That was the first time my blood ran cold, thinking about what is going on. I just took it for granted. People on the internet acted sound. No. And horrible that. Couldn't figure out why they ditched the adults there to switch over to kids. Yeah. The effed up thing is, it seems from the Trump files that creepy Epstein is greasy fingers in the idea of, oh yeah, microtransactions. They're horrible, aren't they? Microtransactions. Con kids into just constantly pressing that button. I need more and more and more. Coffee, oh my god, would you like a coffee? We'll do you a coffee. Coffee's adorable, by the way, oh my god. Did he time it right? Oh, he did, just about. Oh, he's having a scratch. He's having a scratch. Go on. He's doing a baloo on the jukebox. Bleeding noise out there. Screaming kid. Screaming kid. Someone needs to milk it. Did I load the BPTV sampler, Mandy? I didn't. I was running around like an absolute tit box until the last second, which is why this actually kicked off a couple of minutes late. For a couple of years, Second Life tried to expand into higher education, recruitment and admissions officers having virtual meetings. Not all that works as well. Not all of that works. I mean, it's quite nice. Virtual meetings are quite nice. But funnily enough, well, do you know what? It is Sunday after all. This might sort of fit in with this as well.
But Kipper's Vindaloo can't be good for you.
Police officer sacked and banned from profession for using work from home trick. A police sergeant has been sacked for using a picture frame to weigh down her laptop keys and give the false impression she was working from home. Avon and Somerset Police said the officer, referred to as Sergeant X, used the trick on the majority of shifts she worked in April and May last year. The officer admitted using a corner of a frame to weigh down the keys so her laptop would not go into sleep mode during a period of challenges in her personal life. An investigation was opened after data used by the Force's Professional Standards Department showed the officer's keystrokes were significantly high. Patrol fault delete. That's a nerdy punchline. It's a very nerdy punchline, but I like that one. Yeah, but that's similar kind of thing. If you're having virtual meetings and stuff, how many people are doing that? How many people are pissing around with the computers to make sure they can just go and get away from it? I mean, I'm lucky in as much as I'm ill. If I'm not feeling well, I can have a word with my boss and say, listen, I'm really struggling today. I'm going to lie down for half an hour. I'll work a little bit later on during the day anyway, but I should just say, yeah, you're all right. Just go and do what you need to do. If I'm struggling, speak to your bosses if you're struggling. They're normally all right. Can I do the mirror screen thing? I'll have a look and see if I can do that. See if I can do it. Give us a second, by the way. Hang on where we are. Hang on. I'll do it in a sec. Very poor indeed, Kippers. Are we having a very poor indeed for that one? I thought it was a great joke, that. That's the kind of joke I wouldn't have minded of writing.
Very poor. Very poor indeed.
Very poor. You've forgotten about Second Life. Christine thinks I'm delicious. Oh, sorry, thinks coffee's delicious. Damn. You tried to get acclimated to it, but one evening you think you might have stumbled into less than a business-like meeting with two colleagues that were heavily into the project. Heavily into. Dome with dome on top, it is. The last one, it was meant for, yeah. I know, I've just downloaded it to make sure it is the very last one. Right. And this is what it was going to be, with Steve-O's video on top of it. But unfortunately, because I've been running around like an absolute dickbag, I've not been able to. Ali, oh no worries, you've got work tomorrow, haven't you? So, bonne nuit, mon chéri. No running tomorrow, and if you do, tie your laces tight. Like a tiger, tight like a tiger. No running. Yeah, it works well, that, man. Do you like that? And of course, it's repeatable, because you can just throw a video on top of it. Like I said earlier, if need be, you can start there and play for a couple of seconds and then suddenly go full screen. I can even try that. I'll nick one of my videos that I took today and see if I can put that on top of it to see what it looks like. See if that makes it work. See how it looks. How it looks with video on top of it. Dink dank do. It'll be grand. But it looks great. Oh man. But hopefully we'll get some stuff together for BPTV. Get it launched. Get it working brilliantly. I'm looking forward to it. Being able to create for something else with an actual purpose behind it, rather than me just sitting there in front of the screen unloading myself, so to speak. Not like that, Frankie, not like that. That's a good cup of tea, that, man. I've impressed myself with that cup of tea. Dolphin friendly Earl Grey, naturally. Almond milk, one sweetener. Stirred, not shaken. It's got to be done that way. Yeah, so we'll give that a go. Get a video, stick it on as an overlay. Record it, leave it on as the way it is, and then, yeah, that should work alright though. So of course, if anybody's got any videos they want to send in to us, just let me know. And we can show you on BPTV. When you say still hot, is that a tea thing or an affirmation? It's the tea thing. Famous. Still hot. It should be their new tagline, shouldn't it? Just a picture of me looking like I burnt my face off going, oh, still hot. The idea is to get Horace to record some sound bites and do the lips like haikus. Horace has got plenty of time to do that kind of stuff. He's got more free time than I have. So he'll do all the sound bites, don't worry, he'll sort it out. Thy words will be done. In fact, you know what? Speaking of Horace, we may as well do him now. Because I think he's written a particularly good one today. And it is Sunday. A laugh and a smile are nourishing for the soul. Feed all that you meet. Nice one, Horace. Nice one, kiddo. See, I thought it was a good one now. He's done well there, Horace. Fair play to him, man. Yeah, Horace will record those haikus this week, don't worry. So I think that was quite a deep one today. We can all do that. We can all think of ways to help people out. Trying to think of how or what to contribute. You don't need to. If you want to, you can do. Just be a nice little way of getting the community together and just showing what we are made of. Hat change again. How many hats have I got prepped? Mandy, how could you think such a thing? None. Oh, hang on. Window's wide open. One sec. I'm going to open the other one. Let's open the other one. That one's stiffer. There was no preparation, Mandy. No preparation at all. It's a last second kind of thing, wasn't it? Looks like I was sitting on that one. Hang on. There you go. Sam Reed's Falconer. There you go. I like anything to do with birds. Oh, different kind of falconer. It's Louise. I wasn't sat on it. It was on top of the printer. Where now that one is. I just grabbed it because it were there. Along with who needs two sets of Bluetooth headphones? I ask ya. Oh indeed. Still need ideas for categories and scheduling. We do. It was a loose, nebulous concept, which, I don't know, might take years to finally flesh itself out completely. But yeah, it'd just be nice to have something where we can all throw something in. Stop it, Frankie. Come on, what have we got? A Janksy Jungle Juice, a Treble J. This is the kind of drink I would drink tonight, to be honest with you. I'm feeling a tad thirsty. Wouldn't that hit the spot? Look at that, man. You would, wouldn't you? Conjoined twins could use them. Field. How about have a moan Mondays, the complaining kind? Before Frankie jumps in. Yeah. Either moan Monday could work quite well, couldn't it? I know, turn into a temperance bar. Something's got to change here, Louise. Something's got to change. We need the hard liquor. No, not that one. We've got to do the Frankie. Got to let a Frankie Howard in there, haven't we? Your contribution will be with animations and possibly sunset pics in the summer. You need to do a video as well, Mandy. A sunset video if you can. Depending on where the sun sets. You could do a... Yeah. Yeah, you could do a speed it up, not a hyper motion one, but a time lapse of the sun setting. I wonder how good the mountains would look with the sun going down. We'll talk about that. There's a good view, isn't there, heading southwards from where you are. It's the whole mountain range, you see. Got to do a Frankie. Always got to do a Frankie wherever possible. Oh, man. Oh, me Silla's giving me jip tonight. It really is. The 24-hour time lapse in winter and in summer when you first bought your GoPro. Can you manage a 24-hour time lapse? I wonder. How often does it take a pic? And will it overheat? Yeah, time lapses are great. I've got the Osmo Pocket 3 can do a moved time lapse, which looks brilliant. If you know which way the clouds are moving, you can time lapse it and also move the camera slowly across, so it all looks like it's flying past in one direction. It looks brilliant. I love plant ones growing up. I like all that as well. And rotting stuff. Time lapses of stuff rotting. Have you ever seen the film by Peter Greenaway called A Z and Two Noughts? All of that is about, or one of the main themes that he has is all about stuff rotting. So there's loads of it. Fruit rotting, and then all of a sudden sort of flies being in there and what have you. Mad. Looks boss. I love plant ones, yeah, from a seed to a full plant. There's a good BBC Attenborough documentary where he talks about this as well. About having a slider for weeks and weeks, if not months, the slider going in slowly towards the plant, and then the plant's getting bigger and bigger and bigger and opening up as this thing's coming in. That takes some balls to do it, man. The Osmo Pocket 3 is brilliant. The pan and time lapses, and it is dead simple. You just sort it out, put it down, and let it go. You can also you can put in waypoints if you want. So if you want to program in your own waypoints, if you wanted to go there, then there, then there, and back up, you can do. can make it do anything you want, it's boss. Handy things, man. And the Osmo Pocket 4 will be coming out soon, so the 3 should be available cheap. And they're amazing cameras. I think I've had mine now for, well, August it'll be 2 years, so yeah, 18 months I've had it. I've got a hell of a lot of use out of it, man. So a lot of bubbles freezing. That's boss, aren't they? Bubbles freezing outdoors are amazing. I wonder if your current camera's up for it. You used to do time lapses of either 10 seconds per pic or 30 depending on the length. Those documentaries are amazing. The film production nerd, any BBC documentary is fantastic for stuff like that. What they have to do to get the shots. The BBC do that better than anyone else. It's amazing. And I loved, you could go all around the world watching it, but they never ever done the UK. And then a few years ago, they did a British Isles one. Seeing your own home country done as beautiful as they do everywhere else. It's amazing, man. I've just unlocked your phone. Have I unlocked your phone, Lulu Bellatini? Have you got a certain trigger word which opens your phone? Do I need to go back and have a look what it was? Bubbles? Bubbles? Does Bubbles open your phone? Just crazy that makes little folks with acorn heads. Put one in a freezing bubble. Oh, I bet that's amazing. That. I love stuff like that. From there to there to there. Ah. Oh, you got one of those, have you? Do we dare ask what your there to there to there is? What does it signify? Is it Zorro? Even with the stripe going along, Zorro. The closest to nature cinematography of those documentaries are the German programs on Scandinavian nature. Not seen any of them. I can imagine they're quite good as well though, definitely. But seeing that British one for the first time, they're taking all that amazing ability with the camera and instead of going somewhere else in the world, just pointed it back in on ourselves. That blew me mind, man. Well, that and high blood pressure, obviously. That's your birthmark. You've got a Z birthmark. Do we dare ask where that is? Or should we just ask your neighbour? The one with the hole drilled in the shower. My daughter's got a birthmark on her knee. The inside of her left knee. Which is the shape of Cuba. Which is where me and her mum went to before she was born. So we found it really weird when all of a sudden this baby appears. Look, birthmark, or little dot. Birthmark, looks like Cuba. Just above the back of your knee. Hang on. Lads, be careful. The back of Louise's knees. There's a Z. Does that stand for simply sensational? Is that what you're trying to tell us? She wasn't made in Cuba. No. That was the February. I think she was June, July. Would she have been created? I don't know. But I think it was friends from Cuba. We met up with them and went out, and that's why we were pissed enough to do that filthy, vile thing. Did I hear something about backs of knees? You did indeed, in stride. Whoever you may be. Yes. The only thing is, though, the backs of Louise's knees are above my head. a 17 foot 12 tee. Massive. Willowy with it though, willowy with it. You need a step ladder just to see the back of her knees. Very, very tall. Welcome in. Welcome in. You know, genuinely, InStride is the Jeff of backs of knees, aren't you? As soon as a name is mentioned, in. InStride's InStride. Literally, quite literally. Z. Does that stand for anything? I wonder. Is it similar to 666 tattooed on the back of your head kind of thing? Mad that. It's quite crazy that we don't all come out with birthmarks and stuff like that. When you consider how horrific childbirth is, you'd think everyone would come out with some kind of war damage, wouldn't you? Well, obviously I did, which is why I look the way I do. But, yeah. Strange. So it is. Your pattern is there. If we ever steal your phone... Steve-O's just woken up. Just as we're talking about the backs of Louise's knees. Perfect timing, Steve-O. Ah, night all. There you go. And we now know Louise's phone pattern to wake her up. Do we call birthmarks stork bites? You do that? No, I'm not sure we do, but that's a great thing, isn't it? That sounds boss, that. Isn't that great? As legends go, stork bite. Oh, I like that. And it's quite Hans Christian Andersenish, that, isn't it? How the stork gave its bite. And also, I suppose, if it's for a kid, it would make them feel special rather than different. Because you always want to do that with kids. Why am I different? Because you're special. It is very endearing, isn't it? I like that. Growing up when I did, if you looked slightly different, you get the piss taken out of you. Since Harry Potter and that lightning scar on his forehead, all kids want something themselves, don't they? Can I have something? Can I be born with something? Can I have a tattoo when I'm 4 years of age, please? Go on. Oh, I think it's lovely, that. Traumatised now. Oh, but that's where it came from. When you were dropped off by the stork. Can we sing stork bites to the tune of P break, P break? What do we think? Stork bites, diddle, stork bites, diddle. You can't be traumatised. Are you sure the stork didn't mean to? I reckon he did. Having a quick nibble. Bloody bird, dangling you by one leg. That's because you were too big, even when you were a bambino, Louise. Louise was 3.5 foot when she was born. Willowy with it, though. You saw a stork nest in Romania. Huge things. Massive. Your local TV, when they don't show something, they show live stork cam from the local stork nest. In spring and summer, it's non-stop action. With a brown chicken, brown cow, is it? Brown chicken, brown cow. Not in a dirty way. Yeah. Big birds with fish. They are big buggers, aren't they? Big bloody buggers. Not as big as those pelicans though. Jesus Christ, man. Those pelicans in Cuba were scary. Thought a B-52 bomber was coming into land. Shadow came over me, suddenly it went cold. The fucking hell's that? Looked up. We're under attack, we're under attack. Oh, it's alright, only a pelican. Size the bastard thing. 100 years ago, every farm here had its own stork's nest on a pole. Ah, yeah, I've seen that. Not Denmark, but stork's nests on poles. That might be a Dutch thing as well, that. What was it for, do you know? What did the storks do? Or was it to go out and try and find tall, willowy children to steal? Could be that. And that's what's happened. I've got it now. The stork was so knackered, being so high up over Mount Pendle, that it let go of you because it was so tired, exhausted, struggling for oxygen. Down you fell, onto the top of Mount Pendle, with your Zorro mark on the backs of your knees. Ooh, hubba hubba. That's what it is. We've completed the story. But I love stuff like that. You know, it's obviously all legend, but I like the ideas behind it. Those stories get passed down, isn't it? Sitting around a campfire telling stories. That would have stalked by that. I would have stalked by it. Stork nests on poles also sounds very, very sort of Chinese, doesn't it? Can you imagine him having them as well? Is it storks to go fishing with? Oh, it's cormorants, isn't it, rather? Southeast Asia. Cormorants to go fishing with, isn't it? They only put something around its neck so they can't swallow the fish. How times have changed, they have, haven't they? Oh, my bloody back. You take a look at some nest cams now and then. I always like it when we have the BBC Spring Watch, Autumn Watch and all that kind of stuff. Spring Watch especially, which is coming up. Well, be May, won't it? April, May. Where they do the nest cams and they have them on all day long. Amazing, man. A stork proved where birds go in winter because it flew home from Africa to Germany with an African spear through its neck. What? Until 1820s, it was just speculation where they went. There's no getting away from it at that point, is there? They migrated, but you think they're coming back more and more. More, more, more. How do you like it? How do you like it? Birds are crazy that way. I know it's not as difficult as walking, is it? Obviously, to go distances. But even so, when you look at the thousands and thousands of kilometres or thousands of miles they actually fly. Insane. The stork is stuffed in some museum. As it should be. That's a rarity, that one, isn't it? More than likely it's a British museum because we steal everything. Like there are those, which I can't even think what they are. Are they cranes that actually fly over Mount Everest? People who are on Mount Everest are struggling to breathe. It's freezing. They're in the death zone. They are struggling to stay alive, and above them there's just birds flying over. Not many, obviously, but there's birds flying over. This is all right. That's not a problem, is it? How? Just scroll through Portrait Lives. There's usually a bird nest live stream on there. Never looked at that. I'm going to have to look at that. I like stuff like that. I like the ones in Scotland. The golden eagles or the sea eagles. And you see them flying off and coming back 10 minutes later with 6 ton of fish. Birds can do wild things in their particular niches. They can. They are such a strange collection of animals, birds. There's so many different types, so many different shapes, sizes. Long, slim ones, little short, dumpy ones. Fruit eaters, seed eaters, meat eaters, omnivores. Ones that fly quickly, ones that fly slow. Just mad. But they all seem to thrive, don't they? Sleeping dogs, dudes playing guitar, or truck cams. Sometimes all of the above at the same time. Insects, yeah, insects are mad. How plentiful they are. Trillions of them. So adaptive as well, aren't they? Insects, they survive anywhere. Eels, yeah. They almost disappeared overnight in the 80s and 90s. Your dad made so much money eel fishing one year in the 80s. And when your mum got a new roof, and now they're endangered. Probably endangered because your dad fished them all in 1 year in the 1980s. Eels up inside ya, find an entrance where I can. Eels. Also ravens and rooks. They all are corvids, all of them, magpies, blackbirds, crows, rooks, ravens. Very, very, very smart. So truck cams, delivery driver cams. Everyone saw DoorDash, didn't he? Or Dodash, whatever she was called. Thought, well, she's making billions, I can do that as well. Gotta be the crows, man. And the raw egg peeling channels. Why is there so many of those? It's because there's a little bit of... There's a danger involved in it, isn't there? We're on the edge of our seats watching this. Corvids was the word you were looking for. It is. Jeremy Corvid's glass again. The what, Sam? The what? The egg peeling channels. You've hit do not recommend on so many egg peeling channels. Portrait lives of the new CB radios. The new CB04s, CB04. Makes your skin crawl. You don't like the tension, the anticipation. You don't need that in your life. There's enough going on as it is right now without that. Especially if you get all the way round and you're in the final, the home stretch that far away and ping. Ah, he's blobbed it. I can imagine that. People all around the world watching it and getting towards the end when it goes knackered and throwing the phones. You shit house. You don't need that in your life, do you? No, you don't need that. More chill. Hence the treading on eggshells, isn't it? There's a lot of tension involved in eggs. Too much tension. Jeez, man. This is warm tonight, man. This is warm. 11 degrees Celsius. 11. And you thought Sam was an honorary Evertonian. That's the kind of tension that we have every single day. There are some other ones that go right in the do not recommend to. Right, realistic baby doll people. Oh, bollocks to that. Yeah, not having that one. It is good to have a community, but you don't need to be part of it. Yeah, all a bit weird. But I suppose all human life is here, isn't it? If you think it, they will come. You think the most annoying fad was the cake tube full of multicoloured icing ones? Are you looking forward to it getting to 11 tomorrow? It's about 2 degrees Celsius at the moment, which is cold enough. 11 is lovely. I should have looked. What's the weather like for the rest of the week? The football on Tuesday, don't forget as well. Bis Dinsdag. No. Yeah, actually, we're doing all right. 11, 10, 12, 9, 8, 12, 10, 9, 11. So the temperature's all fairly okay. Rain on Thursday. Tuesday should be all right. No rain. Shouldn't be too cold, it should be nice. Which means, of course, we'll get beat. There are others you can't call what they are at the moment. Straight up in the bin. No messing around, no second chances. Sometimes with a dislike in the vain hope that it might matter to Olga. The algorithm. Ain't nobody peeling my eggs, son, and that's as sure as Missouri laminate. Absolutely. Big up the Missouri laminate. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, there's so much weird shit out there. And why does it get shown to, I was going to say you, but just in general, why do people show channels that are quite obviously not what you want to watch? The algorithm can't be that far off at times, can it? But it is. We thought you might like this. So like I'll sit and watch Everton stuff on YouTube quite a lot. And all of a sudden it'll come up with, we thought you might like to watch a documentary about Liverpool. Fucking why would you think that? Oh, this is a Man United video, you might like this. Off. Next weekend's looking good. Oh, what are you up to next weekend, Louise? Anything planned, or is it just in general it's looking good? Do we have sunshine? Lollipops? Rainbows? Yeah, no rain. We've got 12 and 10 degrees. Don't mind that. The kids set up with a homemade spinner, hitting each other on the head with plastic balls. I'd watch that, to be honest with you. Unfortunately, even dislikes and nasty comments help a stream's algorithm, as it shows interaction, it does. Weather-wise, it's good. All right. I thought you had something planned. Someone to... yeah. Someone to be on. Was that what you said earlier on, was it? You're swerving the match on Tuesday. Our one opportunity to win a game at home this season, telling you. Who knew there were there's tons of everything, it's mad. I remember back in 2014, Casper, it was almost 20C on the 3rd of March. Warmer start to a spring. That is insane, isn't it? 20's a proper summery day. Oh, Mr. Tom's away next weekend. The darts is on. The sun is shining, the weather is sweet. The F1, I think there might be a graphic for the F1. There is. Oof. It were a dead heat. It were a dead heat. The F1's back. You and the kitten will sort the garden. Oh. Super Dan, how you doing, bud? You're working Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. You poor sod. There's no Zarts graphic yet. There's no Zarts. D-Z-A-R-T-S-Z. Zarts. Yet. There will be. According to that. Mandy's working on it. I can see now. She's working on it as we speak. Crazy thing, it was even 20C that day in Oslo, so it was unusual. We do have years like that, though, where it's just way above where it normally would be. The fact that it used to be a one-off, you know, this is the hottest March in 150 years, it's a one-off. Then it's the following year, it's also the hottest. Then the following year and the following year. That's when you know there's issues. I know you're not Mandy. I know. Mandy is sorting it out, though. What day does BPTV show Cat Gardener's World? We should have Cat Gardener's World. There you go, Tomash. Make it so. Film from cat eye view would be great, wouldn't it? That's the kind of thing we can sort out. We can make all kinds of weird shit. Anything we want. And it doesn't have to affect anybody's algorithm. That's the beauty of it. All the heat records are very recent and the cold records are all very old. Does that not speak volumes then? Doesn't it? Like, I think I've mentioned this before as well. 1976 in the UK was the hottest summer. Everyone spoke about it for decades afterwards. And now when you look at what the temperature was back then, it's hotter now every year than it was back then. And that was a year that lived in infamy for decades. Now it's just, that doesn't even get into the top 10 of ridiculously hot summers. Cat eye view sounds good, doesn't it? We can do that. And if need be, have we got a remote control car? Remote control car with a GoPro on the front. Cat eye view. We could do anything with that, couldn't we? Obviously, I've got the little mini drone thing that I've got, which can go sort of around me and above me and things, but yeah. Fair and Feathers Friday. Filt. Keep scrolling onto Cat Cam. I think it might be in China. Not sure it isn't just on repeat. Hard to tell with cats roaming the same area. But if you keep on watching, then arrows coming. The summer of 66. What am I on about here? Sorry, Louise. The summer of 76 went on forever. It did. But it still wasn't as hot as it is these days. Which is just, it's nuts, isn't it? It was I think they were looking at 34 to 36 degrees Celsius. We've gone over 40 regularly for the last 3 or 4 years. Doesn't sound much, does it? But it's a hell of a difference. Painfully so. What do we reckon this year? Are we going to have a stupidly hot summer? Are we having hot girl summer this year, are we? Hot stalk summer. Remember back in 2003 you taped your mum's camcorder to your RC car? Great footage, but your mum weren't so happy when you found out. Probably because camcorders back then were more expensive than the actual car that your house had. I mean, you can pick up a GoPro, a cheap shitty owl GoPro. I've got a cheap shitty owl one in here somewhere. There's a name for them, isn't there? Can't think what they call them, cameramen. One that you don't mind smashing to 1,000,000 bits. Not that one. Certainly not the Action 4. I like that one. A GoPro Hero 4, I think it is. Where if it comes off and smashes into 1,000,000 pieces, as long as the SD card is alright, fine, thank you. Sacrificial cameras, that's the one that I was thinking of. I have a sacrificial camera. I am yet to lose a camera doing this though. I might stick it on the car this year. See if we can get rid of it. See if we can smash it to bits. Just to watch it go out in a blaze of glory. How good would that be? Summer of 76 was the hottest there as well. The heat record is from August 3rd. 36.5 still stands. Right. Then again in September 2 years ago it was 34C in September. That's not right. That is not right, is it? It should be much cooler in September. But last year we had 40 degrees. There's no need for 40 degrees. Minus 16 to plus 40. Stupid. Paid the equivalent of £400 for your GoPro Hero 3 when it came out. I know, it's mad, innit? I think they still cost that to this day. Every one you buy costs about 400 quid. But then you can go on eBay and buy an older one, much cheaper, and quite happily let it smash to bits. Would it fit on a cat collar? No, not a chance. Far too heavy. a DJI Osmo Nano or an Insta360 Go S might fit on there. The tiny little thumb-sized cams. They might do, but apart from that, far too heavy. Video sample sent. Video sample sent. I repeat, video sample sent. Oh, hang on where we are. Hang on where we are. There we go. See, this is perfect. This is exactly what we need. That's perfect. That's what we need. Cat chowing down on catmint, catnip that you threw in the garden. Sunflowers low angle, perfect. Yep. Sorted for the weekend. That's what we want to see. More of that. And that can be for Fairy Fridays. That's a different kind of thing, isn't it, though? Fairy Fridays. Yeah, more of that. More gardens as well, I think. Once the weather's getting better and the flowers are coming out, loads more of that as well. I love it when the sun's out and if you've got a lawn, the lawn's green and you see the flowers around and the sun's up and all. Just, I don't know, there's something about it, I think, just, it's vital. You know what I mean? It's vital. You can see it's life-giving. Definitely love all that. But in the same way, I also love freezing cold, ice, snow, wind, wind, all that kind of stuff. All of life, all of weather. Brilliant when the clouds are scudding along. Brilliant. We want nature. Plenty of nature. Temperature difference for this year is so far is minus 19.4 to plus 13.2. That's a massive difference. 2 or 3 degrees you can feel. 32.4. Holy shite, you can feel that. It was 13, yeah, but in the South Isles. Further south, the warmer you are. Further north, the more freezing bloody cold it is. Or the higher up you are as well. So if you go to Scotland and go in the mountains, snow everywhere, man. Yeah, you've got to be careful. All those people will be complaining that they weren't... what they were seeing is not what they were expecting when they found out about fairies. Definitely. We'll keep them calm with some back-of-the-knee action. There you go. You're hired, Louise, you're hired. Yeah, they're fucking weird as well, aren't they, the fairies? I watched... Is it a Louis Theroux? Did he do a documentary about them? Sure it was him. Where they all go to some convention place in Las Vegas and next thing you know, everyone's just shagging each other's fucking brains out. You'll get a costume. Did he do costumes in your size, Thomas? Sorry. Yeah, what Mandy said, Fair and Feathers Friday. Not Fairy Friday, that's different, it is much different. Steady, Thomas, steady. Surely you can get a little pirate costume, can't you? From Mothercare. You did say we need an idea for category names. Feel free if you come up with an idea, any kind of category for what we can do. Just let us know. 2 weeks ago, because the cold came over the continent, it was the coldest here in the South Peninsula. Minus 16.8 and only minus 3 in the far north by the coast. Being by the coast makes a huge difference. Like I say, Thomas Heaton, when I was watching him, he was going north through Sweden and it got to minus 34 and he had to stop, turn left and go to Norway just to get to the coast, so it was a lot warmer. Still minus 14, minus 15, but much more doable than minus 34. Pets pause, there you go, we'll do that. Send us in your pets, we'll have pets parade. You're 5 miles from the coast, it's close enough. Lots of other factors there is, but being by the coast certainly makes things warmer. even though we don't feel like it sometimes. Rarely does. Yeah, and then we can have back of the knees bank holidays. There you go. Back of the knees bank holidays. So it works perfectly. We could have a mindfulness section called Pets Pause or Pause. That was genuinely something I was thinking of. A mindfulness section of just anything. Quiet. The sounds of nature. Anything where you can switch off just for a little bit. And anybody will be able to send that in. Skincare section called Pause. You can pause for pause. Ground heats up faster but loses heat faster. It does. Compared to water, which warms slower but retains the heat longer. That it does. Yeah, loads of this. Anybody's got any mindfulness stuff, whether it's just trees, birds singing, or if you live near water, near a lake, anything quiet and just where you can switch off for a bit. I'll definitely try and do that. I should be able to get some stuff up in Southport. Yeah. We definitely need that. Stuff that you can re-watch as well. If you're having a bit of a shitty day, just quickly throw on a video. Let it de-stress you. Just going on my walk today did that for me. I was feeling a little bit on edge, but just walking through the woods, that, I don't know, there's a sort of, I don't want to say there's a smell or a feel to it. There's definitely, it's better in the summer or the spring when the smell of the trees and the smell of the flowers come up, but there's definitely a smell of, I don't know, earth, tree, the water, all that kind of stuff. It's brilliant. Birds singing, quiet. Definitely, it works for me anyway. Mindfulness is always a good thing. We need more of it. Thinking pause for thought. There you go. Pause for thought. Nature definitely does something. And it doesn't have to be any specific kind of nature. It's whatever's nearest to you, whatever you feel connected to. Having animals is part of that as well. We're trying to link to days of the week, Mindful Monday, etc. Mindfulness Monday does. We'll have to be careful on Fridays, as we say, but you know. The bright green leaves in spring, isn't that lovely? Especially with the sunshine coming through them, all dappled light. I'd love that. Even our garden, which is not the biggest in the world, but it is lovely. When the gardeners have been out and they put the lines in it by cutting it, and it looks gorgeous, and the sound of the trees, the rustling of the leaves, the birds flying around. Such a relaxing thing to do. Maybe that's why the farmers looked out for the stalks. They might well have done. I know farmers lads like having a stalk on, don't they? Easy tiger, easy tiger. Still has. Foreign Correspondent Friday. Texas. Netherlands. Denmark. Bloody Wales, man. Sorry, Gymru. Wales is English for Wales, isn't it? People kicking off on Instagram about that. It's not fucking Wales, man. It's fucking Gymru. Norfolk. Bulletins from all around the globe. Definitely. We could do with that. How's things where you are? A 5-minute check-in. Or a 30-second check-in, wherever works. Danish couple adopted a kid from Hawaii. When he came home, it was winter, and they asked why are all the trees dead. They had to tell him about the 4 seasons. Oh man, how mad's that? If you're not used to it, you just don't know, do you? Definitely something to look forward to every year. I do like the again. There's loads of Instagram videos of Americans, especially living in the UK, things that they have to get used to, things they like, things they don't particularly like. Loads of Americans seem to like, or coming from Texas, Alabama, Mississippi, wherever they are, they like coming here, and there's 4 proper seasons, but you can have those 4 seasons in an hour. Never mind New Zealand with the 4 seasons in one day. Shit houses, we get them in an hour. Do you like the fact that it will be cold and it'll be snowy for a while, and you can count on how long that's going to be? And then it'll be nice, and it'll be sunny, it'll be hot. I didn't realise it'd be hot. Yes, it gets hot here. But also the changing. You can go to New England during autumn, and apparently it's one of the nicest places on earth during the autumn, isn't it? Fall in New England, with all the leaves changing colour. People go there just to see it. We get that as well. And it's just there on your doorstep. Boss. And they also seem to love the fact that it doesn't matter how bad the weather is, people are just out. You go out, sound. It's snowing, yeah, and I put a big coat on. Everyone's just back out, sound. Pub, beer gardens, 3 foot in snow. It's alright. Save you have an ice in me drink, doesn't it, lad? You know what I mean? Yeah. You can have 4 seasons, especially in April. In a day it is, isn't it? With us though, it's an hour, genuinely. In the hour, it can be from everything. Gymru, it is. Yeah, just kicking off today, obviously, with it being St David's Day. They're proper kicking off about it. And also annoyed because all those lovely castles that you have in North Wales are actually English castles built to keep the Welsh subjugated. So they're lovely, but they're not there to protect Wales. They were there to protect the English. Do miss the changing leaves. You get a little of that. Yeah, it's different, isn't it? Must be different where you are. You will get that, but nothing like the north. I think it's such a beautiful thing to see. Not just to see, to smell, to hear. Walking through crisp leaves on the ground. That's such a beautiful thing. I love it. But I'm looking forward to summer this year, man. Definitely looking forward to it. If you don't like the weather, just wait 5 minutes. It's a very, very Scandinavian thing, definitely. Someone recommended Whale Song to you as a relaxant. The Manic Street Preachers are a tad too lively.
Very poor. Very poor indeed.
Very poor indeed. You're all in on Casper's weather forecast for the channel. We definitely need Casper weather forecasts. Your mission, should you choose to accept it, we need weather forecasts. Record the weekly weather forecast in your area and send it in. Mine will be straightforward. Rain. 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 Sun. Only joking. Fucking rain. There you go. You had 1st of October in 2012 when it was a record temperature, 26.7 FM stereo, -4 at night, over 30 degrees difference in one day. Still, I'm not surprised you remember it. The more you watch YouTube, the more states of the US you learn. Use just wait 5 minutes for weather. Now apparently also international, it is. You will do that, that's a good idea, there you go. Bears Paws TV will continue to grow and grow and grow. This is our platform for us to do our thing. I like it. We have such a great community. Genuinely, it's a fantastic thing. I like this. I know everybody says it. Everybody has to say it. Oh, I've got the best community. I've got the best community. Bollocks, we've got the best community. Easily. By far. Not many other communities will let me get away with what I get away with, to be honest with you. So, fair play to yous. And now on Bears Paws TV, the weather in Denmark. Brought to you by Casper and sponsored by Missouri Laminates. Missouri Laminates, flooring you with value since 1972. So, works. Unless there's people out there with much better continuity voices. If you have, let me know. I don't think my voice would do continuity. Unless it was on a really shit Sky channel. You know, one of those ones that do, like, I don't know, pro celebrity hair coursing at 3 o'clock in the morning. You and Animals or something, one of those channels, you know what I mean? Down there in the 700 numbers on Sky with the Welsh language stuff. But you never know. You never know. Things are changing. My voice has changed as well. I don't think it's got that same oaky timbre that it used to have. I think the stroke has taken a little bit of richness from me. But I was playing keyboard yesterday. Shit, but I was playing keyboard yesterday. I need to learn how to use it properly, the software. I've got a song in my head. And your hope in my heart. Louise, you'd sound like one of those diversity announcers they have on the BBC. Right, in that case, you're hired. Come on, let's hear you. You need to do at least one link. You can use 11 Labs for the continuity if you don't want to do it. Now, 11 Labs is AI. I don't want any AI shite. Nah. Yeah, 11 Labs is an AI program where you can go in, just put your name, put your script in, and it'll read it out for you. Get those keys working. I need to learn how to record properly. Oh, Casper.
It's going up, 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 it's there.
Yeah, because it's guitar music, but I can hear it in keyboard style. I was playing a really simple 3-chord thing that I do. And I was playing just like a synth pad. And I could just about do it. 3 chords. 3 proper chords as well, by the way. Not just triads. Proper chords. But I can only play one-handed, so I can't play bass notes with it or anything. And it's only a small MIDI keyboard. But it sounded alright. So if I can get that mixed together with how I hear the bass notes sounding, which I can do, if I can sort that out, and the drums, just if I can build it from that, I'm quite happy to sing over the top of it as well then. Like the good old days. Regional voices power BPTV, Louise. We do. It'd be nicer to use real people with real voices. 100%. AI is a last resort. If you can make it without, you make it without. Where are we? Howdy y'all. Now I'm Bears Powers TV. Hey up. Now I'm Bears Powers TV. Borada. And now I'm Bears Powers TV. Yeah. None of these are good, are they? These are all shite. But it can work. Also, Mandy doesn't sound like that. Mandy sounds like a... Oh, say it's not mid-Atlantic. What would you call that mid-English regional TV presenter? Regional TV news presenter. All right, la. Now on Bears Powers TV. That's the worst one I've done so far, isn't it? I have to wait for Helen's bacon because you know, yeah, you can ask if you like a flake in that, love. Do you know what? We haven't had that in ages, have we? Do you want to flake with that, love? Do you want to flake with that, love? There you go. That's an actual picture of Louise, that, by the way. What you can't see is on the back of her knees. A mosquito just flew into your window. That's not early. That's a premature, premature mosquito. Helping the cold attack. How can these survive in the cold? It's been -3 million where you are. Yeah, if people want to appear on screen, please do so. And if you don't, use a voice note. And if you don't, then you don't. Sound. But I love the idea. Community hub. From the community pub to the community hub. Now, we need a Geordie for the last one, don't we? after having an Urshan pie whilst watching Jack and Yoko Turtle, and no one burst past TV. Apparently Alaska has a ton of mosquitoes, so they adapt. Evil, stingy bastards. That's mosquitoes, not Alaskans, by the way. Although Sarah Palin, I suppose. Remember Sarah Palin? When she was the most lunatic person anywhere near the White House. Happy days. Oh, you were going for the oblong for the last. Oh no. It's Yoko Ono phoning Bono. Don't go. With some Coca-Cola. Lad, you know what I mean? It's the weirdest accent in the world, that one. Sarah Palin, she could see Russia from her house. She could, so she could. Nuts. And looks like an absolute political colossus compared to this lot now. Do you normally breed in water? It's most active at 10C. It's been 60 days this year and it's been 10C for an hour. There are tons of mosquitoes. The closer to the Arctic you get. They are very, very effective then, aren't they? Yeah, we thought she was the worst. She was just the appetizer. She now looks sensible and sane compared to these lunatics. It's nuts. Have they got a lab somewhere where they're making these people? Just bit by bit, taken out one little thing at a time. Compassion, intelligence, just one little bit at a time. Like a really shit game of God's Jenga. And eventually you put this little barely moving heap of shit out. At some point it's going to fall apart. I can't speak English. At some point it's going to fall apart. There you go. Knobhead Jenga. 2 years ago you sat outside in shorts, your uncles in summer, and stopped counting after you got to 150. 150 and that was concentrating on your ankles. If you're wearing shorts, be thankful it was your ankles they were concentrating on. Yeah, she was just a goof. Like someone a casting call for the most outlying of the outliers and hide them all. And they're now trying to outdo each other. It's ridiculous, isn't it? Have you never heard? All you need to do, just be sound. That's it. Nothing else. If we're all just sound, the world would be so much better. There'd be more art. Would have cured more diseases. Would have been to Mars and back already. It'd be amazing. Just absolutely amazing. The world would be clean. There'd be no rubbish anywhere. We wouldn't need plastics. Food wouldn't need preservatives because you'd have all the time in the world to eat it. Be amazing, man. Not saying the Aussies weren't going for gold. Them shorts be warm to one. Is Sarah Palin related to Christy Nome? I don't think so. I think they've all just got the same plastic surgeon, haven't they? Jukebox. Rock the Casbah. Was that on when I looked? When you looked, rather. Yeah, I think they're related through knife. All that Mar-a-Lago face. In fact, Sarah Palin looks fairly normal compared to the rest of them. And she'd had enough work done herself. You could tell that, couldn't you? The rest of them, no. Jeez, man. The damage they caused is going to be lasting damage. It is. The kind of damage that you will struggle to get over with. Even if it does get changed substantially by sane administrations, it's going to take generation after generation just to get back to where you were. They used to call Sarah Palin a pit bull with lipstick. I think that's being unfair to pit bulls, to be honest with you. You had a blocked message. What have you had blocked? What did you put? And gun skills. She got the skills, definitely. Related through knife and injection. Sounds like Breck Road in Liverpool. Talking about John McCain derailing his campaign, singing a Beach Boys song. Standards are different now, they are, aren't they? The world's gone mad. Hillary's emails. Haven't you just bombed another country? Ridiculous. Ridiculous. Get out of there, Sam, while you can. Go on. We'll put a bid in for you. You know, Alaska is like 3/4 of Greenland size and have less people than Liverpool. It's massive with nobody there. It's mad, isn't it? But of course, Liverpool's cooler, man. It's much cooler. Know what I'm saying? Like, it's fucking cool, Liverpool, lad. Know what I mean? Lad. Seen anyone in Alaska with 110s on, lad? Monster X trackies, lad. Know what I mean, lad? Definitely fucking cooler here, lad. The lads from Liverpool, lad, are not the fucking Alaska's, are they? Know what I mean, lad? People all around the world haven't got a clue what I'm talking about now. Although maybe the Alaskas would be a really decent band. Could we make that happen? I might have to start paying for Suno because I think I need more music, definitely. I was thinking earlier, I didn't put any music on my video that I uploaded earlier because I don't really have any. I need to make more walking during the summer around here, folk type music. Came astride, snorting the strias. North End Catwig in Monty Rex. It is, isn't it? North End Catwig lads. Love a bit of half man half biscuit. Need more of that as well. When you and uncles drove up in the Norwegian mountains, the forest made you think of movies you'd seen set in Alaska even. Same latitude, same climate, so familiar to you. In that case, you would recognise, I suppose, bits of Scotland as well, North Scotland. All part of the same group. If you ever look at Scotland, where it's cut, where the Loch Ness is, the northern part is on the American plate, the southern part is on the Eurasian plate. So that's why it looks different. Different rocks, man, different trees. Trans folks in Kansas, you think, are immediately in violation, driving without a licence if they have one matching their identity. There was no grace period between legislation passing and taking effect. It doesn't matter how nasty you are, you would think you'd give someone a little bit of time, wouldn't you? Bit of time to sort things out. No, straight away. Jail for you. Twats. Horrible. So it's state level evil in addition to federal level evils being implemented. Some of the states over there are cool. Some are sound, some are fighting back. Some are just buzzing because that's exactly what they want. They want to cause as much trouble as possible. Like all those pro-lifers. So pro-life until a baby's born, at which point, leave it, doesn't matter what happens to it. States are following the federal lead, and those that don't get cut off. Yep. Some states have directly rejoined the World Health Organization. California, I saw that. They have to. You've got to be involved. Especially with a bleeding lunatic in charge. Good Joe Jordan, Gattuso thumbnail. The song Harold and Joe, I was thinking, who do I know? Harold and Joe, that could be in a picture together. Harry Redknapp, Joe Jordan. And of course, as soon as I thought Harry Redknapp and Joe Jordan, it's got to be Gattuso. Has to be a Gattuso in there. If I can find one, and one of the first ones that cropped up was that one, I'm having that. I am having that. Has to be a state that's big enough like California. Yeah, definitely. California is an enormous economy. It's one of the biggest economies in the world. Isn't it something stupid like number 5th in the world? Bigger than most countries. Faroes is very like Shetland in rocks with no trees and extreme Atlantic climate. 10 degrees Celsius in winter, 10 degrees Celsius in summer. Very distinct. Faroes, Shetlands, Orkneys, just the same people, aren't they? Pompey in Europe, one day it'll be us again. It will. So's Texas. Either one could go it alone, just in complete opposite directions. California. I know, was it the Danes put a bid in for California? They said if the US is going to try and buy Greenland, fine, we'll go and buy California. I'm free once you finish feeding your pussy. Isn't that an amazing TV show? It's on at the moment on That's TV or one of those channels of a morning, how an entire series, and not just one series, many series, could be made off the back of two jokes. One, Mrs. Slocum's pussy, and the other one being Mr. Humphreys, is he or isn't he gay? That's it. That was the entire series, just that. Every joke was around that. Utter shit. Utter shit. And watching it again now with the benefit of hind legs, it's even worse. And yet watching Porridge, Steptoe and Son, Rising Damp, still stand up as being brilliant. There was a joke voted to by California and it got over 250,000 signatures from 6 mil. It is something. And it was nice to send it back to them. If you could afford to live in Cali, you would. Didn't even apply for your undergrad there because you knew affording an apartment was out of your league. It's a lot more left wing, a lot more chilled. Which again, if you have a look, it's quite funny actually. If you have a look at maps of the world, whenever you get to a big city, it's more left leaning because there's people from all around the world congregate there, so it's more understanding. As soon as you move away into the beyond the suburbs, into the back roads, into the boonies, people just start becoming more and more, yeah, I'm not going to say the words, but yeah. Went to the Virgin Islands. Oh, you want the Virgin Islands back besides that one little dirty island? You win the lotto on Wednesday, you'll sort it out. Yeah, if the lotto comes in, we'll sort you out with the Californian escape. Definitely. Same weather, more chilled. It'll be grand. Sure, it'll be grand. Oh, sweet Jesus. Right, well, my back's falling apart as we speak. Play the Euro Billions tomorrow. Got to get it done. Where do you fancy? You visited the boonies, yeah? Fresno, San Luis Obispo. Been to Orange County, Cyprus, Arcadia, La Cañada. That'll have to be a Euro Millions rollover. La Cañada. Jesus, suffering fuck, man. Up on Blue Jay Way. Actually exists. It's not just a Beatles song. He wrote her about that place up there. Very expensive. Arcadia was nice. There are 2 cat box emojis. I didn't even know there was one. Now there's 2. Ain't it marvellous? Ain't it lovely? Ain't it fantastic? Ain't it brilliant? Yeah, everyone did the Euro Billions. You like San Francisco? Too many right-wing techie guys ruin it now. They have, haven't they? Silicon Valley has ruined an entire place. Nobody's, well, you know what happens when the screen is clean. You know what that means, right? Have you got your dancing shoes, everyone? Have you? Have you got your dancing shoes on? Shall we have a boogie? Come on. Let's have a boogie.